Hiya Mark, thanks for the footage. Just my thoughts in regards to your overall movement and your ability to hit the draw. What I will be looking at initially, I mean, you were talking about the movement you made down through impact. And one of the issues you've got is there's a touch of a loss of height there as you approach the top. If we compare that with Grant Waite, you make the same sort of centred backswing. You can see he actually moves forward a touch as he approaches the top, as his weight increases onto his left hand side as he's working on stack and tilt. Having said that, there's no loss of height, so that suggests that he's turning, extending and tilting left at the correct rate. So that's something that potentially you may want to look at. From face on, my main concern when you're coming into the golf ball would be that the right knee kinks in a little bit too much, and we tend to release the angles formed by the wrists and the shaft a little bit too early. If we compare that to Grant Waite, there's definitely a move down, there's definitely a move forward. You can see a lot of similarities at that point. However, as he's approaching P6, the shaft angle has been maintained for much longer. So that's something that in time you can work on improving, and I think as you start to try and release the club less, as we were discussing last night, that position will improve. When viewed from down the line, I'll be working on two things. First of all, I'll be looking at this right knee. This right knee tends to, as you start down, get a little bit too much ahead of where it was at address. Deepens nicely going back. Flexes a little bit too much coming down. If it flexes too much coming down, we run the risk of drifting off that wall that we were discussing last night. So there will be a head against the wall. That right knee kinks in too much, and you can see your head starts to drift back away from that wall, which in turn could be causing you to throw the angles off in an attempt to reach the golf ball. During your takeaway, I'd like to see you get your arms in more, and this is in relation to you hitting a draw. You see a lot of daylight here. Don't see that much daylight here with Hunter Mayan at the same position. So arms in will be a nice thought for you. And then really just no release, quite in that release down. If you watch as you're coming into impact, you're going to see this right arm from about here now really start to rotate and roll over too early. You see the right forearm working over. Now it does need to rotate, but it needs to rotate at the correct point in the swing and at the correct rate. Yours is actually throwing the club onto the target line a little bit too early. So the right arm runs out a little bit too early. You can see there, right arm running out during impact, causing it almost the right hand coming off. Very VJ Singh, Freddie Couples at that point. But watch Hunter Mayan. The right arm doesn't run out as quick. The arms are staying in, keeping the club inside. Club head not getting on the target line as early. And then the right arm running out through impact. The rate of closure on the club face as a result is less than we see with yourself. So there we have your blade. There we have his blade. And also the path is going to be less to the left through impact, allowing you to hit a draw more easily. So arms in, no release. If you want to work on the right knee, great drill for that is to set up, straighten your right leg completely, hit some shots. You'll feel yourself straight away drifting up and losing flexion, and that will improve your overall ability to keep moving forward with your lower body through the hitting area, in turn regulating the rolling of the right forearm. If you want to discuss things further, feel free to give me a call, pop down to the club at any time, or we'd be lovely to meet up and have a game sometime and discuss things. Hope you're well. Speak soon.